Welcome to the Hazardous Substances (COSH) module. Click on the next button to continue. Chemicals can affect both people and the environment. It is important, therefore, that there are controls in place to ensure they are used safely. In this module, we will take a look at the legislation concerning the control of hazardous substances and how to use them safely and correctly. If you work with chemicals, there is a set of health and safety regulations you should know about. The Control of Substances Hazardous to Health regulations, normally known as COSH, were set up to safeguard all employees who come into contact with hazardous substances whilst at work. By law, suppliers of chemicals are required to label their products with hazard symbols, warnings and safety advice if a chemical is hazardous. Most of the chemicals you might use at work are not dangerous if you use them correctly, and if you know what to do if something goes wrong, like a spillage. Labels can help you identify the more hazardous chemicals, tell you what the dangers are, and how to avoid them. Now let's take a look at the main labels you're likely to come into contact with. You will need to familiarise yourself with these labels and ensure you understand what they mean. Hazardous materials can get into your body and affect your health in many ways, but here are the most common routes of entry. Here you can see the main areas where you may come into contact with hazardous materials in the workplace. If you treat these products with caution and deal with them in the correct manner, taking the necessary precautions, the risk to health and safety can be controlled. Petrol and diesel must be stored in approved, sealed containers in well-ventilated stores which are kept locked. There must be no naked flames in the vicinity or when handling fuel. You must also know what to do if there is a spillage. Constant handling of oils and grease can result in skin irritations such as dermatitis, and some oils used in industry may cause serious illnesses. Therefore, a good understanding of the necessary precautions is required when handling these substances. For example, barrier creams, cleanliness and personal protective clothing. We all come across cleaning materials throughout the day, both in the workplace and at home. You may not always think of some of these cleaning products as being dangerous, but they can be if they're not used correctly. Can you identify which of the following cleaning materials are not covered by COSH? Some cleaning materials should be used with caution. Always follow the instructions on the packaging and never store any of these types of products in food or drink containers. and solvents are sold in sealed containers, therefore not presenting any risk of exposure. However, spillages and leaks can occur, which, as well as the cosh hazard, can increase the risk of slips and falls. Spillages usually occur in awkward places and often contaminate other goods and equipment. A lot of chemicals are harmful and may give off fumes or vapours which are unpleasant, harmful or flammable. You should warn other people in the area and cordon off the spillage and ventilate the area as much as possible. The cosh assessment or data sheet from the manufacturers will tell you how to clean the spillage up and if there are any special measures necessary for cleaning and getting rid of the waste afterwards. It is recommended that you wear protective clothing to guard against splashes when dealing with any size of spillage, and this will be specified on the risk assessment. Always follow instructions on the cosh assessment or data sheet before attempting to clean any spillage of harmful chemicals. What is cosh an abbreviation of? Which of the following statements is true? What could happen if you mix the two wrong chemicals together? If you found this symbol on a product, what would it mean?